I'm here with Dagmar on the Siemens booth. Dagmar, over the past couple of days, the importance of software in what the industry is doing, not alone just what Siemens is doing, is just exponentially growing. You're looking after the MindSphere Application Center for the Internet of Energy. What are you guys up to?
So we're actually supporting our customers in having the right apps for their problems which they have. So it's all about the Internet of Energy. So starting off with production, going into distribution, also consumption, but also in the industry. So it's everything where people are using energy, and energy is a lot about our society currently. And there are a lot of problems coming up either in the workforce management, in asset management, but also with renewables coming in. The grid is getting unstable, but we as a consumer don't want to see that. And digitalization helps a lot to make sure that the grid really stays reliable. And there are different problems in different countries and with different customers. So we need to make sure that we hit it on spot. And in the MindSphere Application Center, we are going in the really conversation with our customers, asking this naughty question, why are you interested in your data? What do you want to get out of it? And once a customer is really spot on this, we say, okay, there's maybe an app which we have in our store already, or there's an app which we develop jointly based on the data the customer is providing us currently, or if he doesn't have the data at hand, we show him how he can get access to a system and actually get show insights into the data and help him to solve his problems.
And when we were looking at the demos with your team and stuff earlier, I can go to the MindSphere store and there's off-the-shelf apps. And there are some things that I can go click and I'm up and running straight away. But as you say, and especially in this industry, well, everybody's slightly different, or they have this data but they don't have whatever. So the concept of co-creating what they want and what they want based on what they're trying to do as opposed to doing it for the hell of it. That's a big thing of what you do.
This is exactly, so we have customers actually coming up. And some customers we need to explain what is actually the Internet of Things for the energy grid.
True.
What is it all about? So there are technicians coming in, asking questions, and we as also coming from a technical side, we can explain much better what's the Internet of Energy meaning, what are the data sources, what do you see if a voltage is changing, what does it mean if there's a trip, and we can interpret the data jointly with customers. So this is a big advantage and how we can support co-creation and generate value out of data. The second thing is really we have a vast portfolio already, as you have seen on the booth here, of applications up and running. And this helps, and I always say we need to fuel the appetite. So if you don't know what is in there, what can be done, you don't know what to aim for.
I don't know what I don't know. So this gives me something to, I didn't know I could do that. Now if I can do that, what if I can do that?
Exactly. This is what we do. So we have a complete menu in the area of applications for the grid, and also for using the energy, also energy efficiency applications. And this is what we offer to the customer, but we really ask, what do you want to use it for? What is the aim you have when you look into your data or use this app? And depending on this, we have some really specific applications or just interfaces demonstrating it in the way they need it. And if you look into the workforce, they have a specific way of doing things. We need to understand how they do it, what are the separate steps, and applications need to provide assistance to their daily work exactly in the way they do it.
As opposed to trying to get them to change everything they do because, well, my app only does it this way.
Exactly.
Productivity-wise,
and we really need to increase productivity, we need to increase the reliability of the grid, but also it's all about safety. It's also, we have an aging workforce, and younger people coming in, they are not used to what's staying, the older ones are leaving. How do we do knowledge transfer? And the younger generation is all about digital. They're without a mobile, how can I do it? So bring apps into their life, it's much safer and much more interesting also.
It's normal, it creates a better work environment. Now, when we were chatting yesterday, I had asked probably the wrong question. So I'm going to ask the wrong question again. Because I've heard it from customers, whatever they say. How do I get started with MindSphere? And you had a better answer.
So when you get started with MindSphere, I always say what you want to use it for. So if you actually buy a car, you're not buying a big car or or you decide to buy a big car or a small car, depending on if you want to go into cities or if you want to go on a long ride. It's the same here. What do you want to use MindSphere for? So MindSphere is an open ecosystem. You can do a lot of things. We're using it in the industries, in the electricity world. So it's a wide range you can do, but the question is really what you want to use it for. Why are you interested in data, and what do you want to come out of it? And once you have answered this, we deploy apps on MindSphere for you, but we can also do it in the customer environment if they wish.
Well, it's back to what are you trying to do? How do I bring value, as opposed to, here's a cool app, buy it, now what do I do with it? That's just whatever. Now, one of the key themes here was as I was chatting with Cedric and then with the entire conference.
Yeah.
It's about the grid edge and decarbonisation and doing things faster. And why do you think utilities are becoming more engaged with all this? Why should I care?
So actually, I think utilities care about their people. As I've been saying, time to care about the people they have on the field.
Yeah.
So really increase safety. So this is something we might not be aware of, but it's really a dangerous environment if you go up on the high voltage grid.
Bad things will happen.
Bad things will happen, and so we really need to care about our people, and this is, if we care about workforce and the way people are doing it, if we train them with digital solution, this is helping a lot. But it's also, if we run the grid more efficient, if we are using the energy which is produced by renewables directly, so that we don't need to store it. It's the most efficient way to do it, and this helps to reduce their CO2 emissions. So this is another thing how we care about our planet, and how data and digitalization is supporting the way all our people are now going for, let's save our planet, and it's time to care.
And it ties into the
complete
Siemens tagline, if you like, time to care.
Exactly.
It's a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, it's a puzzle, but it's an important one.
No, I know. Hey, the importance of software is just...
Yeah, it's ramping up.
Hey, thank you very much.
You're welcome.